Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Hare Krishna. Here we are with the chapter number 5 of the Krishnacore podcast with Mike Dines and me. And today we have a special guest who is a friend of us from Italy, Rimini. Is Sevaparayana Krishna, who is singer in Traces of You. Also, he was playing in Respite, Blind Faith, and some other bands, I think. So today we will speak about his journey in the Krishna consciousness, also hardcore punk scene in Italy, about the history of Milano, hardcore, and well, Seba, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Even in this strange period we are living, it's okay. It's strange because I'm living a good period since we are living this COVID period. But for me, it's a good period for with my job, with my interesting, and yes, I have a lot of ideas to put in act. And yes, it's a good period.
Good.
I try to stay
nice.
Concentrate in other stuff, not really focused on this COVID, this pandemic, all the news in television, and blah blah blah. So it's not easy, It's not easy, but we have all the means to face this period. Yeah. So it's a good period for me. For sure I miss a lot not playing because it's not depending from the COVID, but because we stopped 3 years ago with races. But I really miss my band, and I miss the shows, I miss touring. And now it's not only for COVID, because I became father, so
congratulations.
My son Keshav, thank you. My son Keshav has 1 month now, yesterday. So if we have a band, the active band now, maybe it was difficult to manage all the stuff, but I really missed playing. Yeah.
Seba, first than all, please could you introduce yourself? We know, and we spoke about it recently, that you are singing in Traces of You, but also you were in Blind Faith and also in Respite.
Yes.
Talk about yourself, please.
Yes. My experience with music starts at the beginning of the high school, when I start playing some guitar, and for sure my listening were metal, most of all, like Metal, Pantera, and I start listening to this heavy music, and then the first experience was with a person that I met in the high school that was in the skater punk rock crew. So I started to listen Californian hardcore, like Bad Religion, Pennywise, and I used to hang out with this crew, and this friend of mine that was Luca is the bass player of Blind Fed too. But before before start this band, we used to play Californian hardcore, and we had a band called Silks No Way, very punk rock, and we had a lot of show in just in our small country, in the Milano periphery, and after that, after this experience with this band, that we were really very young, like 13, I think, and it was, I think the period was starting from 91 to 93. In 93, some of us, I think Madhu Brata, that was the drummer in Respite too. I think he has one day it bring to us Shelter record. It was a Teen the Supreme, and without knowing anything about it, we start doing a cover song of Shelter. So it was really strange because we started to recite Pranama mantra or Srila Prabhupada without knowing what it was. It's really strange. I remember I was the vocal in that band, this punk rock band. We used to play like 20 songs from Bad Religion, and very few songs we write. I think we recorded just a demo, cassette demo in that period with, I think, five songs, but the show was very, very long with a lot of songs of Bad Religion. And from Bad Religion, one day we went through Shelter, and we start listening these records. My very first meeting, we can say meeting with Shelter was with Attaining the Supreme, when Madhu Brata make us listen to this album, and I don't know why we found this energy, this love to this record, and we start to do we start to make a cover song with Shelter. So and I remember in that period another guy from this crew, Luca was a classmate, my classmate. I remember he writes many times the Ma mantra on his diary, and he has like a business card from the temple in Bergamo, and I remember me asking him, what are you writing? What is this? These people? There was a very old business card with all the devotees outside the factory in the temple, everyone with high hands, and that you can see that they were really happy. And so I start asking a lot about it. I never met a devotee on the road. My very first beginning was through Shelter and through their music. And I remember, yes, we sing this Pranama Mantra from Srila Prabhupada without knowing him, without we never read his books. And so it was a really strange till the release of Mantra. With the release of Mantra, I started to connect. The Pranama Mantra is because Srila Prabhupada was in the. I remember the first A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada written on mantra, not attaining the Supreme. So I make the connection and I start really reading deeply the lyrics and make some connection. Oh, wow, they are vegetarian. Wow, they are monks. They are speaking about this spiritual master. Really, yeah, it was really interesting to me. And till I met Shelter in 1996, playing in Milano with the Govindarkar project. In this period, from the first years of the 90s, this little band from my country, me and Madhu, we went to search another experience. So we met the guys from Respite. That was a new band, and I remember the first time we met these guys from Respite. Also was the first time I met Dharmavid in Milano, and it was I think 1996. There was a really big show in a park organized by Dharmavid with some cool band from Milano, like Sotto Pressione, that is a typical Italian hardcore, really good. In the vein on Indigesti, Raw Power, typical Italian hardcore, Italian singing that I really love. And also Shah playing that show. I remember, I think it is the only one show I seen where Shah was playing. So also there I make the connection because Shah the mantra singing in the song, so it was easy to make the connection. And Dharmavid was the organizer. Was into the organization of this show. And I remember we met the guy from Respite, and the name was not Respite, it was just the member. There was the bass player and the singer. At the time I played guitar. So me and Madhu, that was the drummer, joined this new band, and we decided to call the band Respite. And this is, for me, one of the most important period, and also my very first important band, because we start touring Europe. Even I was still very young. I remember each day that I miss school to go touring with Respite, or get up early to go to school after driving all the night, and so on. And this was really good experience because in Respite, the bass player and the singer were devotee, and also following Matsyavatara Prabhu, that now is my spiritual master. So I remember, these guys, especially Anukul Chandra Das. The name was Alessandro Scontrino, very, very famous and particular guy in the Milano hardcore scene. Yeah, he started, I think, at the beginning of the 90s, Krishnacore zine, I think together with Dharmavit, and he was really involved in Krishna consciousness, and is more than a friend for me. Anukul Chandra, Alessandro Scontrino, more than a friend, is a brother for life, because for sure he was one of the first person talking to me about Krishna consciousness, and also we had the same passion with our core and the love for Shelter and the 108, the new band like Abhinanda. So I remember really with love that period of Respite. After Respite was a little period of void for me. I mean concerning music, because I wanted strongly to play hardcore, but in that period I didn't find a cool band where to sing, because in the meantime I also passed from my passion was singing, and we can say that playing guitar was just a period. I can say I'm just able to play guitar, but my first passion was singing. And in that period, without finding an interesting band in hardcore scene where sing, I start to sing in a, we can call, new metal band, like Blindfed. Blindfed was it was the period of Linkin Park period, I think. So I remember, yes, I like Linkin Park, so I found interesting to try to put some hardcore in this kind of music, also some kind of Krishnacore message, because I always write my lyrics in every band I sang, sorry. And so for me, Blindfed was just to share with these people, this friend, classmate, old friend from my country. But I cannot say that is my favorite band for sure, and I don't speak so much about this band. But it was interesting, my effort to try to take, because my thinking was we already have Krishna in our core, I found that was a good challenge to try to put some Krishna stuff into the new metal. Or I don't know to, yes, was really new metal crossover. I remember that period, but I was not so involved in, I always listening to hardcore music. And after Blindfed, I had some years without playing, just going to show as a supporter, and also traveling with Dharmavit for many. We used to follow Shelter when they come to Europe with my car, driving, following their bus, the tour bus, and but in that period I was without a band, and this till 2006 that I met Marco. Marco is the guitar player of Traces of You. A common friend make me know him, so he was a really talented guitar player. So we decided to try to start a band, and at the beginning, sorry, there was a passage that with Blindfed we tried to continue some. We try to change a little bit music, and that was the time when I met Demis, that was the first drummer in Traces of You, and Demis introduced me to Marco, and we start Traces of You in three persons in a garage every evening. Try to compose a new song, and Traces of You were born in 2006. After that, with difficult, we found a bass player, and we start to make some show in Milano area, and after that we start touring. When the lineup was complete, we start touring Europe and all other experience. I think this is, sorry, because I was a little bit long with my story about my musical experience in the band, but there are a lot of passages, and in parallel with Traces of You, I had this experience with True Spirit, that I consider the good, the right band with the wrong people, because for sure the guys was into straight edge, but for me was not enough like a musician. They were a little bit weak. They have a lot of distraction, and I like to have a very serious and active band, always focused on it. So I consider True Spirit a very good band, but we didn't have the strength to go on or make a serious project. By the way, for me the record is really, really good. at the time, I was really into study Krishna consciousness book, or doing seminar with my spiritual master in our school. And I remember I really put myself into the writings of the lyrics, and I really love the lyrics from True Spirit. But sometimes I think, oh, I wanted to write these lyrics for Traces of You. Yes. Yeah. By the way, it was a good experience. We made a few shows, for example, with Youth of Today in Milano in 2010. It was our reunion show. This was a few shows, and this one was the most important. Okay, I think it's all concerning my musical experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the story about Luca writing
it's really strange.
the Maha Mantra, and I love the story which I've heard elsewhere about you singing the Pranama Mantra in the supermarket. Before you got into, or before you started to study Krishna consciousness, did you believe in God? Were you brought up as a religious person or in a religious family anyway?
Yeah, I think I became very interested in spirituality of religion after I met a teacher in my school that we used to talk about different paths in religion, like something from Buddhism to Islam. So I found myself very interested in the spirituality. But I remember before this, when I was in the bad religion mood, I remember my thinking was, for example, you see a person with cancer, for example, or with a very serious disease, and you say, why God can permit this, no? I was in such it was a short period, no? But I remember this way of thinking, maybe conditioning by my listening to Bad Religion, or yes, because Bad Religion is a band really concerning religion and spirituality. They are really so far. So maybe they conditioned my way of thinking. I remember that I found some lyric I write when I was speaking about God in a way that I didn't feel that was my feeling, no? I was conditioned by this way of thinking. So my love started with reading the lessons from this teacher in the high school. And yes, when I was young, we used to, I don't know in English, what is the name of, when you go to the church, there is a structure that that the kids went.
In Italian?
Yeah. Eh? Sorry?
How is in Italian? How is in Italian?
Italian is called
How to say that?
oratorio.
Right.
Okay.
In English, it would be Sunday school.
Yeah, it's it's something similar. Yeah, I think it's also church host the kids during the summer, something like that with catechism.
Okay. Catechesis in Spanish.
Yes.
Catechesis.
Yeah.
But was not for me. Was not for me. I was interested in some profound and also active, because I found in my church experience that it was I don't know, maybe I was myself I was not so active. I found the spirituality is a little bit passive, and there is this idea that God is watching you, your behaviors, and was not for me. I wanted to feel something higher in my heart. So for me, when I first knew Krishna consciousness, was really a very good remembrance, like oh, finally I found something that really fill my gap in concerning this lack of spirituality. Yeah. Yes, I think this is my my period before Krishna consciousness.
Okay.
And then Luca came to my life, writing the holy names in my diary, and I started asking, oh, what is? Yes.
So that there you found what you were looking for a long time.
Yeah, I was not able to recognize it, but the feeling was that, was this.
Seva, one thing, how's you really feel like one day you feel like so much attraction for the personality of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And also, how was this process? I would like if you can speak with details about you to be fully engaged in Krishna consciousness and fully dedicated to Krishna consciousness, especially if when you are got initiation with your spiritual master, who is Master Avatara Prabhu.
Yes.
If you could speak about him also, would be nice.
Yes. I really felt immediately love for Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Like, like in this case, like I was meeting again a person, a connection with a person I lost in some past. So I felt immediately love for for Srila Prabhupada, and the process was starting with the guys from Respite. Going, we used to go to the Govinda in Milano after school for Saturday afternoon or for the Sunday feast. We used to go to the Govinda for the Sunday feast. Before the feast, there was the program in the temple room that was downstairs the restaurant in Milano. So, and then I start, I remember in the 1996 at the show, at the shelter show in Milano, the devotees gave me the small Prabhupada Lilamrita, and I start reading the story of Srila Prabhupada, and also they're making a lot of connection just between the book, the biography of Srila Prabhupada, and also what shelter was speaking about in their lyrics. And then I start to, with respite, I start to go to the temple in Bergamo. It was the 1997, 1998, and in that period I was reading Srila Prabhupada book, and I don't remember well, but I remember that one Sunday that we went to the temple in Bergamo, there were some spiritual master. I remember they call Satsvarupa Goswami, and also they call Matsyavatara Prabhu. And I remember that the spiritual master was the spiritual master that the guys from Respite were following, no? And my meeting with Matsyavatara Prabhu has been in 1998. I was in Milano, and before going home, Anukul Chandra Prabhu, Alessandro from Respite called me and said, Matsyavatara Prabhu is going to Germany by train, and we could have a short meeting in the central station. If you want to come to see and know him, you can come. So I decide not to go to home and go to the central station to meet this spiritual master. And this was my very first time I met Matsyavatara Prabhu. And then I start following him because I recognize that this was the kind of relation I wanted with a guru, because not just because he is Italian and is not so far from my home, but because he always teach us to have an active relationship, also through some kind of devotional service and seva, or I remember him always say, "I'm not a photography, not a picture. You can relate to me as a person, as a guru. I'm always here to support you and to support your spiritual choices and so on." So I really found that was my my kind of my idea of guru, that I was searching this kind of relationship and so on. So I started to go to the program that Sevaparayana Prabhu is from Tuscany. We used to go to Villa Vrindavana and also to his home. In his home, there was the home temple, also with some devotees that lived close by. And yes, I remember I used to go often and often to participate to the program and also to the seminar. And I immediately started my seva in the kitchen, because since today, till today, and I start in 1999 to make seva in the kitchen till today. We can say till today, even in the COVID period, that we don't do seminars. And I take my time. I saw many young devotees take diksha and then change path. So I was doing the same things that initiated devotee must do. I was making the same life, but I took my time because I always consider diksha, yes, for sure is the beginning of something, but for me was also to take responsibility in official way in the relationship with a guru. So I take my time. I saw many young devotees abandon the path, so I didn't need the status of initiated devotees. I go through many years. Oh, you are not initiated. Why? I said, I make the same things that initiated devotee does. So for me, there is no difference. Till the time came in 2014. Yes.
Wow. Because you started chanting in 1998.
Yeah.
Is that right? On your 20th birthday?
Yeah. I started chanting japa and rounds in 1998. With my experience with this band Respite. I remember the first touring with a lot of hours driving. I was in the middle of the seat with the bass player here or the singer here. Everyone was chanting japa, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And I say, you are making my head exploding. What are you saying? And after that, yes. After that, I was yes. I fell in love with the mantra too, and the japa and the rounds. Yes. Yeah, I took my time to take diksha, but yeah, I found it was right for me. So I had the opportunity to do seva, stay with my Guru Deva also without Diksha, initiation. So the time came. I say yes. Now it's okay for me too, and yes, because I suffered a lot seeing my friends, very young friends, turn back to Krishna consciousness. It's really, it's really suffering. So I want to stay in a position. I want to do what I have to do for sure, but I take my time because it's not an explosion, then the fire immediately, died. So I take my time.
In terms of your bands, perhaps not Blind Fad,
Yes.
but with Respite, True Spirit,
Yes.
Traces of You, would you define yourself as Krishnacore?
I think I always, with Traces of You for sure, I want to show the band also as Krishnacore band. In the choosing the design, the artwork, the graphics, we had no shame to show this side of the band, even if inside the band there was people respecting Krishna consciousness and the fact that me and Golokananda Prabhu were the only devotee in the band. Yeah, but with Traces of You, maybe because my writing was always concerning Krishna consciousness stuff or spirituality or inner self awareness. So what's easy to also to promote the band also like a Krishnacore band, since I consider Krishnacore band every band that has some devotee inside the band, especially a singer that writes the lyrics. So for me that the first step is being focused on the lyrics. If I know a band that only the singer is a devotee, for me is a Krishnacore band. No, because the message is clear. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, I think we were
and Deliverance.
Really explicit in the yeah. At least in the artwork, in the design.
Yeah.
We were lucky because we always playing with people that respect Krishna consciousness, our culture. So what's easy. We found difficult in I think Traces of You, when you try to, I don't know if we found difficult, we didn't promote Traces of You as Krishnacore band. Most knew us like that there was some Hare Krishna in the band. So, but even if we made a lot of good experience, like playing with we can call the most famous bands in Europe, like No Turning Back, For the Glory, Strength Approach, and many others. Yeah, we made a lot of good experience touring. Also, the Asian tour in 2013 was really good. But sometimes in Europe we had some difficult. Most of all because we were Italian. Because it's really difficult for Italian band to emerge. Yeah, because we always face the invasion of many bands from USA, many bands. Yeah, the bands from Germany, bands from Netherlands are always more active than an Italian band. Here in Italy, we have a lot of problems. You have to go to work. You are not supported by your chief in how to say. Yeah, you have to work.
Your boss?
Yeah, your boss. It's difficult to get holidays to go on tour. So for an Italian band, it's really hard to organize life to be serious and very active. We tried a lot with the Traces of You, always to do some step ahead. And yeah, I think for me, Traces of You is the best experience for me in a band. Yes.
Is Madhu frozen?
There are significant Traces of You, Rimini, about Blind Fat.
Sorry, I missed the first.
Yeah. There are significant songs in the Traces of You albums. I mean, that directly speak about Krishna consciousness, like Golden Symmetry, I remember, Realization and Bliss. What is? Could you speak about the lyrics of the songs, like of Traces of You? What are the more significant for you? Which ones?
Yeah, basically the song we play in during show, and for sure from the first album, from the Last Triumph. Our Fate is Today was one of my favorite, and yes, from the dates. I don't even remember my songs, but and I really love the last album. For me, the best. For me, is the best record from Traces of You. I really love the because here we can see we found a balance in the lineup. because we had a lot of problems with the lineup, most of all with the drummer. And when we found Leonard from Netherlands, and he joined the band, and we recorded Deliverance. Deliverance was for me, is the best album for music, and also, yeah, in a part, or in also for lyrics. For me, it's really, really good, because I remember the work I did in the so-called making of. No, I remember the night writing. I remember the time spent studying, and yes, and Deliverance. Yes, I really love. Realization in Bliss is one of my favorite songs. I remember X, about straight edge, and yes, I used to talk about spiritual awareness, awakening, and yes, in Deliverance there is also a song I wrote about the the take your God out attitude, no? And
Out of hardcore.
yes. And for example, you mentioned Golden Symmetry. Golden Symmetry is a mix between a modern love story that I was living with Devarani, my wife, and the feeling you can feel in a band, the complicity, the completion or with the other persons. You are living something profound with.
You obviously wear your.
Okay, so next. Oh,
Go on,
Mike.
No, go on.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it's Madhu.
Okay. So next one. How do you see the Krishnacore scene nowadays? About the bands, fan signs, or something?
I found, for me, also thanks to this reunion during these years, there is a kind of revival. And it's great to meet people that still nowadays get in touch with the, we can call the golden age of Krishnacore. So get in touch now with the old albums, with the old bands. And so there is an echo, we can, a reverb that people also nowadays can get in touch with Krishna consciousness through music. And yeah, concerning that new band, yes, I think we can go more directly to in promoting ourselves as a Krishnacore band. I try to push this point with Traces of You, while many other said, oh no, it's better not to tell this is a private things because we are not a full member Krishnacore band. Yeah, for me, what's easy because I write the lyrics, so I write the message we want to transmit. But as I said before, for me, if there is some devotee inside the band, I consider the band Krishnacore band. And yes, nowadays, yes, I participate also in other projects in the past, even when I was not playing, like Safe, going to the studio during recording or making backing vocals or just talking about lyrics and yeah, for sure. Now maybe Madhu is informed more than me, much more than me about new band inside Krishnacore. But yeah, I don't know. For example, we talk Madhu when we met here, when you were in Rimini. We talk about bands like Magnitude. There are new band. For me, is I read some lyric, I can think they are really speaking about spirituality, introspection, inner self. But in these years, for me, it's really difficult to go deep because I don't have the time to study a band like in the past when I was younger. Yes. By the way, I can recognize immediately a lyric that inspired me, or I can imagine, wow, this could be a Krishnacore lyric. And there are some band, yes. Yeah.
In the past, there were obvious.
Mike?
Yeah, there were obviously tensions around having religion in hardcore.
Yes.
Is that the kind of experience that you've had through Traces of You, especially now and in 2015, say? Did you still have those tensions?
Yeah, I just go through some. We are living the social era, so maybe people, yeah, as we could see, some could write something about what is Krishnacore. Is it music? Is it a genre? What is it? And or that you didn't understand that you have to take this kind of beliefs outside because the mentality, no gods, no masters, really deeply rooted in some people. I cannot say in everyone because I also met people that asked Tracy to perform a message of Bhagavat, for example, or or nice, can you speak me about Krishnacore or Krishna consciousness? So we found many interested people, but also there is a hard part of people thinking maybe they are wearing Bad Brains or Chromax t-shirt, and they say you have to put out God of my hardcore. So I say that you are totally or totally ignorant, because yes, I think it's absurd to say that. And if we consider in the hip hop culture, they call the double H science. If we consider hardcore a science, a true science could be connected to true spirituality. So if hardcore is the science, it's easy that we could connect with a true spirituality. And for me, Krishna consciousness and is one of the most expression of spirituality. That's my opinion. And hardcore is even when we don't speak about God or spirituality or so on, hardcore is always so emotional. So with these feelings constantly, or from rage to passion to like changing guna very fast. Mm-hmm. You can go also to sattva guna and spirituality, because hardcore, what does it mean hardcore? Hardcore is living 100% what you are doing, with really fury, with really love, passion, strength. And speaking about spirituality and religion, Krishna consciousness is living very deeply, in a very deeply way. Is so, and for sure, if you were straight edge and believe in God, it's easy, maybe could be easy to go through Krishna consciousness, accepting straight edge and considering God in your life, and maybe understand the karma, understanding the incarnation. It's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Seva.
Yes.
I remember one talking about the opposition. Like I remember once when we were talking at your home, and you told me that the guys, like all hardcore kids, they used to meet in the shop. They sell, I don't know how it's in English, but they sell vinyls and tapes at that time. And it's like everyone used to go there, and even some Nazis. And for some of the hardcore kids, to be a Hare Krishna, it was worse than to be a Nazi.
Yes.
I think you told me about it.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
This was a period of respite. Yeah, there was a very big and famous, we can call squat, but it was very big and famous, called Leoncavallo. Leoncavallo, it's very famous here in Italy, in Milano. Like a squat, a center, like I don't know, in Italian it's called centro sociale, but I think it's different from social center. By the way, when we start going to the shows in Leoncavallo, and you already were straight edge, so you were Nazi, because
No.
no, but they are not Nazis. They are Krishna. They are Krishna, and someone from this crew from Squat said Hare Krishna are worse than Nazi.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know, but this is
Mike?
Italian. Yes.
Yeah. Also, that time they used to meet a lot in the Govinda's restaurant. All the straight edge kids and the Milano Krishnacore crew, straight edge and all.
Yes, in the 90s, I started to go there after school in 1995, 1996 with respite. But since the beginning of the 90s, with Dharmavit, with Alessandro from Respite, the Milano Hardcore, Govinda restaurant was the headquarter of the scene from Milano. Not only straight edge, not only devotee, but it was like yes, a small matchless gift. Every time different people come, and they know that people from band met there, also to take prasada, not only to also to eat something really tasty. And yes, we used to meet there. And me, Dharmavit, Alessandro, Madhu, Brata, we used to go also after school on Saturday, and we used to take the leftover of the prasada from the restaurant, and after that we wash the cups, we wash the kitchen. It was beautiful. Yeah, I remember I fell in love when I first I smelled the prasada mixed with the incense. I fell in love at that point. Yes. Yeah. I'm really affectionate to, I remember with affection that period. Yeah.
I've never heard that story about the Nazis and the Hare Krishnas. That is crazy.
It's Italian, Italians are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can I ask you?
But there's also a history. I don't know if you, Mike. There's also one history about this when was playing Inside Out, and there were some flyers. There was the swastika, and also there was a devotee. And Sac de la Rocha, it says like something like, maybe he was on the stage. And he said, maybe I don't share the same thing with the Krishna devotees, but I know that they do the effort to find the truth, and I really see it. So to put a swastika in the same level of devotee is so fucking ignorant, he says. He's so fucking ignorant. And he cut it in pieces, this flyer, and then he sang this song, Burning Fight. There was a video, even a video about it, and it's recorded. Sorry, it's recorded in a live video of Inside Out. So it's not like a new thing.
No, it's not.
It used to happen if ignorant people.
It's another you say straight edge, no straight edge, squat clubs. There is always some.
Yeah. Could we just quickly
Mike.
talk about another musical project of yours? When I met you in London, you gave me.
Yes.
So,
with my this was the gift for the wedding. My wife and me, we recorded this bhajan CD.
I don't know if we can read any of that.
Yeah, all my mantra with different melodies.
Very nice.
Yeah, we recorded as a gift for our wedding for the people that came to our wedding and for parents and so on. Yes, it was a good opportunity to many people that never listened to my mantra. I really love with this melody. Wow. So it was the right gift.
Yeah, a matchless gift.
Yeah. We tried, yes. Yes, I like to record. That CD was recording in Traces of You studio. Marco, the guitar player, has a studio, and he's talented also in recording. So this record was his gift to us. Yes, he offered to record these bhajans. Yes.
Great, thank you.
I have it. I remembered in the 108 concert you gave to us also this gift.
Yes.
To some devotees.
Yes.
You also gave the CD. Yeah, that's why Mike also had it.
Yes, we made it for a gift, but we print I think 400 or 500 copies. So
wow.
After there were many people to our wedding because we try to invite every friends. So, but not 400 and not 500. So I have I don't know how many copies I still have, but some, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mike?
Have we come to the end, Madhu?
We already come to the end. Yeah, I want to thank you for this.
Sorry? Finally, the screen was like stop it, so I did not hear what you say.
Have you caught up, Madhu?
Mike?
Yeah. Are you okay?
We come to the end?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Seva, would you like to say something, like some final words? Something to the people who is listening this podcast?
Yes. First of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity to talk about not me, but Krishna consciousness, and also to make this reality starting from a little town in Milano and till nowadays. And yes, for inviting me and for asking me about my bands and project. And I know you will lost some other guy I admire, so I will follow the podcast as I made till now. And yes, I want to thank you because in this period we are living in with the COVID, there are a lot of podcasts, and it's been a really good idea to make a podcast about Krishnacore and hosting people speaking about Krishna consciousness, also related to music and bands and experience in the hardcore scene. So thanks to you, and I hope many people will follow the podcast.
Thank you, and
thank you, Seva, and thank you, Mike.
You too. I hope to meet you in person. I hope soon, somewhere in this world.
Yes, definitely.
Or beyond this world.
And let us send loads of love to loads of love to Kasheva.
Yeah. So let's keep in touch.
So much congratulations for your. So many congratulations for your new for you baby.
Yeah, so
I see that you look more happy. You look happier now. So
yeah, it's really hard because a newborn. It's really yeah. I would say, yeah, it's hard life. We don't sleep sometimes. Love and the emotion, it's really strong. And yes, it's another job I have to learn to be a father. So yeah, we try to do our best.
Great. So good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, keep in touch.
Hare Krishna.
Bye.